Students, let us start with question number 50 now. Uh, okay, look at the question now. You can see the old ratio is given. Old ratio is 2 is to 1. Okay, and C is coming for 1/6 share. C is coming for 1/6 share. Okay, uh, this is the first point in the question that C was to bring 15,000 as his capital and will get 1/6 share of the business. The balance, by the balance, we mean the remaining share. If C is coming for 1/6 share, what is the remaining share? 5 by 6, isn't it? So that 5 by 6, this balance, it means that 5 by 6, the remaining share. The remaining share or the balance will be shared by A and B in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Now, in this new ratio, we will not use the old ratio, unlike other questions, because it is clearly mentioned here that whatever is the remaining share, when C is coming for 1/6 share, the remaining share is 5 by 6, isn't it? This 5 by 6 will be shared by A and B as per the ratio of 3 is to 2, that is 3 by 5 and 2 by 5. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Okay, let me explain you one more time. C is coming for 1/6 share. Okay, we have the old ratio of 2 is to 1. That old ratio is there, it is present, but we are talking about the new ratio. Okay, so when C comes for 1/6 share, the remaining share will be 5 by 6, and this 5 by 6 will be shared by A and B as per the ratio of 3 is to 2, which means this 3 is to 2 is the new ratio. This is the hint for you. Sometimes, the language is quite not understanding. It's very much confusing, isn't it? Just to make you confused, okay, in the time of examination. So, whatever is the remaining share will be shared by A and B in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Do the calculation and you get the new ratio. Don't think too much, okay? Okay. Now, after finding new ratio, we will calculate the sacrificing ratio. Old ratio, we know the old ratio. Old ratio is already given. Look at the question. Old ratio is 2 is to 1. Old ratio is 2 is to 1. You can see here clearly on the very first line of the question only it is mentioned. And yeah, 2 is to 1. So that is why 2 by 3. Where is the cursor? Okay. 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. And we will use this new ratio 3 by 6 and 2 by 6. 3 by 6, 2 by 6. We will do the calculation. And for the first time, we are seeing this kind of thing happening here in the sacrificing ratio. 0 is coming. See, just look at this. B is having 0, 0 by 6. B is 0 by 6, whereas A is 1 by 6, which means A is sacrificing and B, he is neither sacrificing nor gaining. It should be nor here, not or. Oh, I cannot make the change here. Anyway, it should be nor, okay? Okay. So B is not sacrificing or gaining, okay? And A is sacrificing, which means A is the only sacrificing partner. B is not a sacrificing partner. Why? Because he got this 0 here. 0 means nothing, isn't it? So B is not a sacrificing partner and A is a sacrificing partner. So is this going to affect anything here? Yes. This is going to affect in one point. And what is that point? The point is premium for goodwill. Why we calculate sacrificing ratio? What is the use of calculating sacrificing ratio? We calculate sacrificing ratio to make the adjustment of premium for goodwill only. Okay. So when B is being 0 here, which means he will get 0 out of premium for goodwill that is brought in by C. Whatever C will bring as his share of premium for goodwill, B will get 0. Okay, and A will get everything, whatever C will bring of whatever amount. Okay, only A will be getting the amount because A is sacrificing here. Okay, and B will get 0. B will get nothing. Now let us move on to the uh, entries further. Goodwill of the firm is 24,000, and C is coming for 1/6 share. So C's share of goodwill will be 4,000. So just now we have seen that B is 0 and A was the sacrificing partner. Okay, okay. So B will get nothing from 4,000. Only A will be entitled to get 4,000. That is, this 4,000, this entire 4,000 will be given to A. B will get nothing. Why? Because the sacrificing ratio, as you can see here, the sacrificing ratio is actually 1:0. So B will get 0 and everything will be given to A. Okay. Now let us move on to revaluation account. So I don't think I have to explain you the revaluation account again and again. Huh. If you still want me to explain the revaluation account of different questions, please let me know. I want you to let me know, okay? Because how will I know that whether you have understood or not, isn't it? So I believe that you are understanding everything that I'm explaining, but you too have to give me the feedback, okay? Anyway, let us move on to the capital account. Now, this capital account, it's very simple, very simple here. The question is already saying that C will bring 15,000 as his share of capital. Okay, we have this balance extracted from the balance sheet, 30,000 and 20,000 for A and B. Okay, we already know this premium for goodwill will be given to A only. B will get nothing because he is not a sacrificing partner. Okay, now look at the balance sheet. So whenever you make the capital account, okay, always look at the balance sheet, both the sides, assets as well as liabilities column. As we are now moving forward, we are in question number 50 now, isn't it? We are now moving forward, question number 50, 51, 52, 53. As we move forward, question becomes now harder, okay? So we have to look in both the sides uh, of balance sheet. I mean, in the question, okay? Why you have to look at the balance sheet in the given question? For extracting this figure, balance BD, and in the asset column, two things may be given. Three things. And what is that? Number one, goodwill. Okay, you can note down in your copy. If you have copy with you, you can note it down. In the asset column, three items may be given, and they are: number one, goodwill; number two, advertisement suspense account; okay, and number three, profit and loss account debit balance. Just now in question number 49, yeah, question number 49, yes, question number 4, in question number 49 we had a debit balance of profit and loss account, isn't it? So the debit balance of profit and loss account is recorded in the asset column of the balance sheet. Okay, so if it is written out there in the balance sheet, it has to be debited to the partner's capital account. That is why we have to look at before we do the total. Okay, in previous questions I did not tell you this because the questions were very simple. Okay, so uh, that was not a good time. Now it is the time. Okay, because that was the beginning. Now we are in the middle of it, isn't it? So now this is the time that you have to look at the asset column of the balance sheet. Now you have to look at the liabilities column also. Why in the liability column you have to look again? There can be many things in the liability column. You have copy with you, isn't it? Note it down. Number one, general reserve. Number two, profit and loss account, credit balance. Debit balance is in the asset column. Credit balance will be in the liabilities column. Okay. Number two, WCR, workman compensation reserve. One more thing is also there, IFR, that is investment fluctuation reserve. We will do all these items afterwards, okay, because we have just reached question number 50 till question number, I don't know how many questions are here in this chapter. Maybe minimum there should be 90 to 100 questions in this question, because this is the admission chapter, no? So minimum 90 to 100. More than 90 questions will be here in this chapter. 90 to 100, 110 maybe, I don't know. So this is a very lengthy chapter, okay. Anyway, so in liabilities column we may have these items. So the items appearing in the liabilities column of balance sheet will appear in the credit side of partners capital account, and the items that is appearing in the asset column of the balance sheet will appear in the debit column of the partners capital account. Again, I'm repeating: liabilities item, credit side; assets column item, debit side. Okay, it will be now there will be the cross intersection. Okay, now this general reserve, as you can see here in the balance sheet, 30,000. This general reserve, as you can refer to the previous question also, question number 49, this general reserve is created before the admission of C. Just like in question number 49, the general reserve was created before the admission of Nabeen. Similarly, here in question number 50, the general reserve of 30,000 is created before the admission of C, isn't it? So this general reserve 30,000 will be shared between A and B in the ratio of 2 is to 1. This 2 is to 1 is an old ratio. So we will share this general reserve between A and B as per the old ratio, that is 2 is to 1. Okay. Now we can refer to this revaluation account also. In revaluation account, we have this profit on revaluation. You can see here 1000 rupees and 500 rupees. It will be again recorded in the credit side, and there is no more adjustment, so you just do the total. Okay, total of A's column, B's column and C's column, write the amounts, and that is only your balance CD. Now let us move on to the balance sheet. I don't think we have to make the ledger accounts. Yeah, we don't have to make it. So this balance sheet is the last one. Okay, so we will refer to the format of given balance sheet only. Okay, so buildings it is 50,000. So there is an appreciation of building by 5,000. New amount will be 55,000. Plant and machinery is being depreciated by 1750. So amount will be 33250. Stock is also being depreciated by 1,000. So the new value of stock will be 19,000. Okay. Sundry debtors, it was 9,700. We have a provision of 750 rupees, so it will be 8950. And we have in this particular question, I had said in question 47, I think. Okay, I hope I said in question number 47 only. I said that sometimes in question there may be both cash in hand as well as the bank, isn't it? So in question number question number 50, we have cash in hand as well as bank. So we can adjust through cash or bank. Okay, but I will do through bank only. Okay, assuming that in modern world we make the entries through UPI or through internet banking or net banking. So cash in hand is 1200, and the bank balance, which was 30,000, we write the same. 15,000 is the capital of C, and 4,000 is the premium for goodwill that is brought by C. So the total will be 49,000. Find the total of asset column. Okay. Now in the credit side, liabilities column, if you see here, sundry creditors are 65,900. Okay, and general reserve is also there, but recently we have shared this general reserve between A and B. That 30,000 we have already distributed between A and B as per the old ratio, isn't it? 20,000 and 30,000. So that general reserve is now no more present in the business. This is already shared between A and B. So we will not write general reserve, and directly we will write the capital accounts of A, B, and C, the balance that we have acquired by the calculation. Okay, and this is the balance sheet ultimately. If there is any question, please let me know.